executive session. I just have a clarification from the city attorney. So these appointments and committees, of these committees, can we vote on them in one resolution as all, and you just read who we've appointed to who?
In the past, that's the way it's been done for the most part, and that's the way it's set up to do. You could break one of them out if you needed to.
So we would just need a motion to read that resolution of those appointments in a
Yeah.
second?
And I think you can, or if it's ready to go, it's first on your agenda, isn't it?
Motion all at one time.
Second.
So I have a motion and a second to read those appointments, that resolution at one time. Is there any other discussion? We'll have the city attorney read the resolution.
Okay. You good with it? Whereas vacancies exist on the boards and committees listed below, and whereas the Board of Directors wishes to make appointments to fill the vacant positions, now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Directors of the City of Texarkana, Arkansas, that the following individuals are hereby appointed to the boards and committees below. I'll read the committee and then the directors' names that follow. AMP Commission, Director Brewers and Hollybush. Council of Governments Board, Director Hart. Economic Development Committee, Directors Brown, Harris, Brewer, Jewell, and Roberts. Emergency Medical Systems Committee, Directors Brewer, Jewell, and Hollybush. Employee Retirement System Committee, Director Brown and Harris. Intergovernmental Advisory Committee, Mayor Brown and Director Brewer. Metropolitan Planning Organization Policy Committee, Directors Hollybush and Harris. Public Utilities Committee, Directors Brewer, Jewell, and Roberts. Solid Waste Committee, Mayor Brown, Directors Hart and Roberts. Texarkana Urban Transit District Board, Directors Hollybush, Harris, and Hart. Pass and approve this third day of January 2023.
So the city attorney's read the resolution. What would be the desire of the board to adopt?
Motion
Motion to adopt. Second.
So a motion and a second to adopt. Is there any other discussion? Could you call the roll?
Excuse me. Roberts,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Hollibush,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Jewell,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes, the resolution passes. At this time, I would like to open the floor for nominations for assistant mayor.
Make a nomination for Terry Roberts as vice mayor.
Second.
So I have a motion and a second to elect Director Roberts as assistant mayor. Is there any other discussion? Could you call the roll, please?
Roberts,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Hollibush,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Jewell,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes. Congratulations to Director Roberts for being elected our
Thank you.
assistant mayor.
I hope you're at every meeting.
Moving right along, we will now move into,
Nope, gotta take
oh,
that oath.
I forgot. Director Roberts has to take an oath of office. If you do sit in for me, you're filling in some big shoes.
Big shoes. All right. Director Roberts, you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Terry Roberts,
I, Terry Roberts,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Arkansas,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Arkansas,
and the laws and ordinances of the city of Texarkana, Arkansas,
and the laws and ordinances of the city of Texarkana, Arkansas,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
the duties of assistant mayor,
the duties of assistant mayor.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
So at this time, we'll move right on into our business of the night. Our first item of business will be our citizens' communication time. Is there anyone here that wishes to address the board tonight? Anyone here that wishes to address the board during citizens' communication time? Seeing and hearing none, we'll move right on into our presentations. Tonight, we have some service awards, presentations of our City of Texarkana, Arkansas Employee Service Awards. I'm told 3 of these are present. If I call your name and you are present, let me know, but these people will receive certificates and could not be with us tonight. Kenneth Taylor with the Bi-State for 5 years. Desiree Henderson for Texas County Water Utilities for 10 years. Richard Patterson for TAPD for 5 years. Bradley Winters for TAPD for 15 years. Are any of those present? Y'all give them a round of applause. Present with us tonight, our first is Miss Linda Matthews. Linda has 5 years as Administrative Secretary.
And thank you so much, Miss Linda.
Put another J.
Next is Adam Grayson with the Fire Department, 15 years. And last tonight, Mr. John Gibbert with the TAPD, 30 years.
All right. Best quarterback in the TAPD.
Still the fastest police officer they got.
Yeah. Congrats. Yeah.
Next on our agenda is the consent agenda, which is the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting on December the 19th. What would be the desire of the board for the approval of the consent agenda?
Motion to approve.
Second. So I have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And the consent agenda passes. Moving right on into our regular agenda tonight, item number 5 is to adopt a resolution approving the fiscal year 2023 Bi-State Justice Fund budget, the amendments to the fiscal year 2022 Bi-State Justice Fund budget, and an amendment to the fiscal year 2023 General Fund budget. Our Finance Director, Tyrone Henderson.
Good afternoon, Mayor Brown, Board of Directors, and City Manager, Mr. Ellington. This evening, I will present to you an agenda item to approve the 2023 Bi-State Justice Fund budget, which was approved by the IAC on December 15, 2022. The city's contribution increased from $1.4 million in 2022 to right around $1.6 million in 2023. This is primarily due to an increased capital outlay for building maintenance. The 2023 general fund budget approved on December 19, 2022 includes a contribution of $1.6 million. This needs to be amended to reflect the actual contribution of $1,590,904. Are there any questions?
Anybody have any questions for Ms. Henderson?
Thank you.
If no other questions, I would instruct the city attorney to read the resolution.
Whereas the proposed 2023 Bi-State Justice Fund budget was approved by the Intergovernmental Advisory Committee on December 15, 2022, and whereas the 2023 Bi-State Justice Fund budget reflects an additional contribution from the city in the amount of $1,590,904 rather than $1,613,017, as was previously approved as part of the FY 2023 General Fund budget on December 19, 2022. And whereas the city manager and finance director recommend approval of the 2023 Bi-State Justice Fund budget as approved by IAC and the amendment of the FY 2023 General Fund budget to reflect an actual Bi-State Justice Fund budget contribution of $1,590,904. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Directors of the City of Texarkana, Arkansas, that the FY 2023 Bi-State Justice Fund budget as presented is approved, including the amendments to the FY 2022 Bi-State Justice Fund budget, and the FY 2023 General Fund budget is amended, all as specifically set described above passed and approved this third day of January 2023.
The city attorney's read the resolution. What would be the desire of the board to adopt?
Make a motion to adopt the resolution
Second.
as read.
We have a motion and a second to adopt. Is there any other discussion? Could you call the roll, please?
Roberts,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Hollowbush,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Jewell,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes. The resolution passes. Our last item on the agenda tonight is item number 6, which is to adopt an ordinance authorizing the purchase of 4 2023 Chevy Tahoes police package vehicles for Texarkana, Arkansas Police Department. Assistant Chief Bobby Jordan.
We want to purchase 4 vehicles. We're currently in the administration end of it. We're driving vehicles that are anywhere from 10 to, I think the chief's driving a vehicle that's 15 years old. So we think that we'll probably get about 10 years of service out of the Tahoes. We had originally asked for 6. We got notification last week that we would be receiving, or VIN numbers had been issued for the 9 Ford Explorers that we ordered in 21, 22. So hopefully we'll be receiving those by March or April of this year. The total cost on that is $164,800. They marked the price down on those Tahoes. We found them up in Silent Springs, Arkansas. They marked the price down from about $48,000 to about $41,000 a piece. So we feel like we're getting a pretty good deal.
Sounds good.
Are there any
Does
other questions?
anybody have any questions for Mr. Jordan? I remind the board, this is an ordinance to pass tonight. It would need to be read 3 times. The police department has also asked for an emergency clause. What would be the desire of the board to have the ordinance read on its first reading?
First reading, abbreviated form.
Second.
So I have a motion and a second to have the ordinance read on its first reading in abbreviated form. Is there any other discussion? Could you call the roll, please?
Roberts,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Hollowbush,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Jewell,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
An ordinance waiving competitive bidding, authorizing the city manager to approve the purchase of 4 2023 Chevrolet Tahoes with police packages for declaring an emergency and for other purposes.
So the ordinance has been read on its first reading. What would be the desire of the board to have it read on its second reading tonight?
Second reading, abbreviated form, please.
So a motion and a second to have it read on its second reading in abbreviated form. Any other discussion? Could you call the roll?
Roberts,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Hollowbush,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Jewell,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
An ordinance waiving competitive bidding, authorizing the city manager to approve the purchase of 4 2023 Chevrolet Tahoes with police packages for declaring an emergency and for other purposes.
Ordinance has been read on its second reading. What would be the desire of the board to have it read on its third and final reading tonight?
Third reading, abbreviated form.
Second. So a motion and a second to have it read on its third and final reading. Is there any other discussion? Could you call the roll, please?
Roberts,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Hollowbush,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Jewell,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
An ordinance waiving competitive bidding, authorizing the city manager to approve the purchase of 4 2023 Chevrolet Tahoes with police packages for declaring an emergency and for other purposes.
So the ordinance has been read on its third and final reading tonight. What would be the desire of the board to adopt?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
So have a motion and a second to adopt. Prior to the board voting to adopt this particular ordinance, is there anyone here that wishes to speak for or against? Seeing and hearing none, could you call the roll?
Roberts,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Hollowbush,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Jewell,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes, and the ordinance is adopted. The police department has requested an emergency fund. What would be the desire of the board to grant an emergency clause?
Motion to grant emergency clause.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to grant an emergency clause. Is there any other discussion? Could you call the roll?
Roberts,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Hollowbush,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Jewell,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes, an emergency clause is attached. You're good to
Thank
go.
you, Mayor and Board of Directors. Mr. Ellington.
At this time, we'll move into our Board of Directors commentary. Is there any board member that wishes to address the board?
I would just like to say, welcome to Monjuni's, a new business that we got coming in over by the interstate. It's a welcome to a great building over there, and I think they're going to be open on a couple days from now. And so it's refreshing to see a new restaurant on the Arkansas side of town. And we just want to welcome them and encourage all of our citizens to support Arkansas restaurants and Arkansas businesses.
Second that.
Anything else? If not, we'll hear from our city manager. Mayor, board members, I have a couple items. First, I want you to be aware that we've got a couple of days in January that we like to make sure our citizens are aware of as well. We have Law Enforcement Day on January the 9th, and we also have Firefighter Recognition Day on January the 27th. So I ask that you support those and encourage and support our public servants there. We have a presentation concerning the Front Street Plaza. It's going to happen in Little Rock in mid-January at the AML meeting. So that's recognizing your contribution and A&P Commission's contribution to the plaza itself and what it means to the community. We entered that in the Arkansas business process, and they were awarded that recognition. The last piece I want to do tonight, one thank you and one congratulations. My thank you is to Linda, who got a 5-year recognition, but she worked for us about 4 years prior to that, part-time as well too. So many of you know she is our communicator to many of you on a daily basis, so making sure we're in contact with you. So congratulations and thank you, Linda. To the mayor, to our board members that just took office, and to all of you, thank you for your service. You know, our community does not oftentimes recognize what your contribution is in the community. When you are unpaid public servants serving at the will of the people, it takes a lot out of each of you to listen to the comments and issues that they bring to us. And so I would like to personally thank you this evening, and as well as give you a thank you from our citizens as well too. So thank you and congratulations. Thank you. That's all I have, Mayor. Does anybody have anything else? Just a quick note that our next board meeting will be on Tuesday, the 17th. Monday, the 16th is a holiday, federal holiday, so our next meeting will be on Tuesday, January 17th at 6 o'clock. No other business. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
So a motion and a second to adjourn. Could you call the roll?
Roberts,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Hollowbush,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Jewell,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes. We're adjourned.
Are we getting group picture?